Apparently this car met with the ambulance. Not too sure how it happened, but allegedly this car didn't yield to the ambulance, so I'm not too sure what happened, but this is the end result of whatever did happen. And this accident prone area is very accident prone. Hey, how are you? Did you see what happened? We're talk. I know you probably seen it. That's the owner of the establishment. She's always been complaining about this area for years, how unsafe this intersection is, and you can see, based on what we're seeing right now, like that's not 20 miles an hour, guys. You know, you and I know this is not from 20 miles an hour. Is that from 20 miles an hour? Who's that fault? Him? Who's that fault? Which one? Him? That guy over there? Yeah, we'll figure it out. So this is what we have, guys. Excuse me. So ambulance versus car. Looked like he tried to beat the turn. The ambulance probably hit him on the side and spun him around. That's what it looks like. Ambulance got him on that rear side right there and spun him to the pole. A double hit. That's what that is. Double hit. And guys, just so you know, it's raining outside. When it's raining outside, you can't do that stuff you normally do on dry ground. No speeding, no abrupt turns, no driving on the wrong side of the street. And if you sit out here long enough, you see what I'm talking about. These cars, they drive on the wrong side of the street to make that left-hand turn to go up to Martin Luther King. And then cars go around those cars to go straight. And it's a mess. This is what we have so far. And that's why these barriers are up here. These barriers are up here because at one point they just run into the building. I remember a couple of times they ran into this corner of the building over here. So it happens. Even with the barriers, you see how much. See how many times they've been hit. Time to put new barriers up there because those ain't gonna hold too much longer. Take a walk from the other side and see how it looks from a different angle. Yeah. Probably get the footage later on from that brick camera up there to see what really took place. And we got another one up top of that pole right there as well. Let me guess, you guys are going to a call. He didn't yield to the light, and he that's what happened. No comment. I hear you.
Thanks.
You know how this happened? You have any idea how that happened?
Yeah, it's going to the lane.
You got a green light?
Yeah.
And did that ambulance have his lights and siren on?
As far as I know, probably.
Probably? 50-50?
Honestly, by the time I got there, I wasn't worried about that.
Gotcha. All right, so at least the driver said he had the green light. He wasn't sure if the ambulance had the lights and siren on. I can tell you this much. When I got here, the lights were on the ambulance. They shut the lights off on the ambulance. So I don't know if the siren was on, but the lights were on. And the ambulance is going straight. He's coming down from up here. And I guess he was going to go straight across if that was the case. I don't know if that was the case or not, but who knows what happened. Allegedly, we're going to say allegedly he was coming from Martin Luther King, crossing over Washington and going down Valentine. And he was broadside by the ambulance. And then that's what took place. We always say allegedly because we don't know the actual facts until we get the solid proof, but we'll go allegedly on that one. How many accidents have you seen in this intersection alone?
I'm just surprised. I thought you were the... Wow.
Well, a lot.
Really? It's a lot?
A lot. That's why those barriers up here.
Oh.
You ask her inside, she'll tell you. Speed limit in the city in Boston is 20 miles an hour. You know, it used to be 30, now it's 20. So 20 miles an hour means you should maybe they have to make it lower. I don't know. I think they should make. What do you guys think? Think the speed limit should be lower than 20 miles an hour in the city, or should they start issuing out tickets for people who are speeding? I mean, that might be the better solution. Start issuing tickets for people who are speeding. All right, guys. So that's what took place out here, right here in Washington and Martin Luther King and Valentine.
My number is 242-090-970. Okay.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. How you doing?
All right, all right. Speed is a factor. Well, most of these accidents, speed is a factor, but sometimes paying attention goes a long way too. And I gotta say this, and I gotta say this based on my own knowledge. Just because you have the green light, don't assume you have the right of way. I can give you a prime example. I came down the same intersection about 4 months ago. I had the green light, and I pulled up to that crosswalk and stopped. And lo and behold, there was a car that zipped right from this way, straight across, full speed. Obviously he ran the red light, there's no question about that. But had I moved out 2 seconds sooner, that would have been a collision. And I see it all the time. These cars run red lights, don't look where they're going, not paying attention, distracted, a whole lot of stuff going on. And this is a prime example why you don't do that. Like, if this was an accident, I would say it's an accident, but we call these crashes now because they can be avoided.
Can I give you a corner? Valentine and Washington Rockwood.
Hey, 104, you guys make contact down in Cameron.
2807 Washington Street. It's 2807 Washington Street.
2807 Washington.
Yes, sir. No problem. See, somebody's in the wrong right there. How can they both be making a turn at the same time? 2807 Washington Street, Roxbury.
Boston, yeah.
They call it Roxbury, but you can say Boston.
Try Rockford, right?
It's Roxbury,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's it.
Yeah. Oh, so this is what we have, guys. Oh wow. It's funny that I was not too far. I was down by Eggleston Square, and I seen almost a similar thing with this with a truck. But it didn't happen. It wasn't a collision. It was almost a collision.
Operations on the
But this one is an actual collision. So
Checking illegally parked 19 Barrett.
this is what we have. Everybody look like they're okay. Nobody injured. No serious injuries. A few more images of this on this side anyway. Then we'll look at the other side. Now watch these cars right here. Which way are they gonna go? See that white pickup truck? He does not have the turning lane. So he does not have the turning lane, but he's still turning. And he don't have the light either. Why is he going? Where's that black car going? That's weird. Well, maybe this light is not timed right too. Maybe the light. Hold on, let me check these lights out. Maybe they need to put a longer delay on the light. Cause that could be a problem too. The city of Boston, they don't never check their lights. Sometimes you got to put a 2 or 3 second delay on the lights to make it more safe for crossing. So we're gonna keep an eye on that light now, see what happens. They got the green light now. Look at that, almost another accident. This lens is starting to fog up on me, so I might have to wipe it down to give it a better picture. Let's try to clear off this lens and see what happens.
I know you're entitled to all your stuff, but I kind of like my privacy.
Privacy,
I'm just. All I want to say is my piece. So if you could just try to minimize how much you put me in there.
I tried my best.
I'll appreciate it. Okay?
You know the law. You know how the law works, right? But I try. If I happen to catch an image here, it's not my fault.
You do you.
Right.
Just saying.
But just keep in mind.
I'm just asking you for a little respect.
I got you. But keep in mind,
Thank
you walked in the view of my camera. I didn't walk over to you. But under the First Amendment, which I don't do a lot of First Amendment audits.
That's not what I'm saying.
I understand that.
I'm just asking you.
I know.
I'm just
I heard you.
I'm just asking you for a little respect. That's
Right.
all.
But I'm not going to focus on you because you're not the cause of the problem.
Thank you.
The accident is honestly, if you didn't say nothing, I wouldn't even be talking to you right now. I got you, my man. Be safe out there. I got a lot of knowledge out there. I might have to break out my second book, but I don't know, man. Just so you guys know, there's no expectation of privacy in public. And even if he wanted privacy in public, he's a public official, which more entitles you to see what he's doing because you want to keep. Like Mayor Wu had a meeting about transparency and accountability when she first became mayor. Up until this day, I have not seen true transparency and accountability in the city of Boston. So when you say you want transparency and accountability, to what level are you talking about? Are you just making it up for lip service, or you physically really mean that? You know what I mean? I'm gonna try to clear up this lens because it's kind of foggy. That's what I was in the process of doing before he talked to me. But let me see what I can do here. There we go. But now I could be rude and ignorant, which I'm not. I could say a lot of things, which I won't. But like if I'm recording, right, somebody walks in the view of my camera, I can't see how you can expect privacy from that because you walked in the view of my camera. Now, if I were to turn my camera on to him and focus on him, but to tell you the truth, what he's doing should be public information anyway, so I don't see why would he want privacy for that. I mean, if he was in his private capacity, maybe, but you're in your official capacity. You want to document as much as possible. Can I tell you why? There's some insurance adjusters that use my videos, just so you guys know, they look at footage of accidents. So what I would do, like, say I'm looking at this car right here. The insurance adjuster will use, and I got calls on it, so I know this to be a fact. He asked me, what time did I get to the scene? And I say it was a little bit before 3 o'clock, you know what I mean? Then he'll say, like, when you got there, like, what was on scene? And I'd be like, well, whatever I seen on my recordings, what I saw. And sometimes they ask me, can I kind of pan around like this? So it gives me an idea who else was in the area. I mean, and I do that out of a courtesy for the adjusters, because some of the adjusters want to see that. And they might ask, was there prior damage to a vehicle before that? And I said, I don't know. But, because somebody would say, well, for example, that this ding right here happened in the accident, but it happened somewhere else. Stuff like that. So there's a lot of stuff that people need to be aware of. And it's not just my footage. It's dash cam footage. It's cam footage from the street lights, storefront footage. It's a lot of stuff like that. The injustice. I don't know if you guys noticed or not, but I'm gonna say it anyway. There's an insurance task force that's working in the state of Massachusetts right now, and they're finding a lot of insurance fraud on motor vehicles, allegedly being stolen that weren't stolen, allegedly hit that weren't hit. So a lot of that's going on too, but we're not gonna get to all that. But focus on the accident right now.
Do you want to head in?
I'll head in.
Is the best team on?
See, you never say you want privacy in public. You can say, can I have some, how would you word it? No, you better not say nothing at all.
It's another Harry.
Because once you say that, you kind of open yourself up for a lot of different things that you shouldn't open yourself up for. And what do you think? I was going to follow him around while he's taking the pictures? Or I don't know, what he thought? And if I did do that, that wouldn't be against the law or anything. I mean, that wouldn't even be considered harassment. That would just be considered a cameraman just walking around with a guy taking pictures. I mean, this area here is very bad when it comes to accidents. Well, it's a lot of rain out here, but I'm gonna see if I can hang around until the tow truck shows up. I'm gonna try. Let's do it like this.
Security guard is here. Can you bring down the notebook and keys, please?
Copy. Alright, so this is what we have so far. We have I call it a double tap because it got hit twice. Once on the side, second on the rear. They didn't want to move the ambulance. They took all the pictures that they needed to take. So now they got all the pictures taken. They're going to probably remove the ambulance out of the scene of the crime. Oh, we don't want to call it a crime. Scene of the crash. Because it's not really a crime.
Engine 3, Lattimore, Master Box activation. 55 East Newton Street, Boston.
Engine 3, ladder 4, master box activation, 85 East Newton.
That car was lifted about 3 feet in the air.
53 Harrison Avenue East, Brookline Street, 1511.
Harry 435. 35. Sir, this is Josephine. Has this section been vetted by street outreach?
All right, guys. This is what we have.
I believe so. Let me check.
There was a nice, good condition Subaru. Very good condition Subaru. The one good thing is that none of the airbags look like they deployed, which is kind of interesting. None of the airbags deployed on either vehicle. I know a lot of the First Amendment auditors that watch my videos are gonna really say, why didn't I say certain things to that guy? But I talk to a lot of the auditors very often, and I know a lot of guys like Mass Accountability, the Resistance, and guys like that. Even the Batausai in Long Island Audit watches my videos. I got a few comments from them before, so I know I'm gonna hear something if they do watch this video. They're gonna say something. It's always respectful and knowledgeable. It's never like, you know, nothing bad. And Long Island Audit, he's a very good auditor. Like he's been doing. Look at this. Look at that right there. Look at that right there. That's what I'm talking about. That should not happen. And that red car is speeding. He already got a bang up in the back already, but he's speeding. So, you know what? There's no way that light is working properly with the right speed, because I'm looking at it. It changes when this light turns red. The inbound light going to Dudley turns red. These guys get the green light on this side before they get the green light. But these cars were turning way before they got the green light, which doesn't make any sense. So I got to see how that's happening. Now they got a 4-way red, or 3-way red, I should say. But that's I'm gonna walk back here just a tad bit, just to put eyes on this. See how they got the red light up there? Now when that's like, ooh, okay. So now they got the green light. These cars should be stopping. That black car is technically going through a red light. So these cars got the green light. And it does change quick. But maybe they got to put a delay on it. I think now these cars are going to get the green light over here. Okay, see what's happening. Now they're faced with oncoming traffic. They're faced with oncoming traffic now. So all these cars don't want to stop when they see flashing lights. Look at that. They're still driving. Flashing lights, siren. Another one, the red car. Still moving. Interesting. So I think this intersection needs some attention. I think the traffic department needs to come by and evaluate the traffic lights. They need to evaluate the timing on them. I will put a 2-second delay on it, because apparently that instant changeover is not working. And maybe that's by design. Maybe they want you to get into an accident. Let's take a view from this side over here, so we can get another angle. Because looking at it from one angle is one thing. Looking at it from this angle is another. So let's see what we're looking at here. They got the green light, they got the arrow. Alright. Hey, take care, man. Be safe. I'm not intentionally giving you a hard time. You know that. I know. I see you around all the time.
that was all I was saying.
I got you. You know, I'm not the kind of person, like, I don't give people a hard time. That's not my job. Take care, man. Be safe out there. All right. I got you. Yes, sir. I don't know. He's a paramedic, and that's a tough job too. Just so you guys know, you're basically a doctor in the field, which is you're making some life-changing decisions in the field, which is that is difficult. Looking at this light here, trying to figure out what's going on with the. So technically, those cars turning, they don't have the right of way because they don't have the green arrow anymore.
710 Lock Hill Street. 69212.
Now these cars over here are going to have the green light in front of me. Let's see how that works out. So cars are turning from two separate lanes. So the cars that normally would go straight down Valentine decided to make that left onto Washington Street. Get the yellow light. You notice it don't turn red, it just turns yellow then stops. So technically you still can make the left hand turn, but you have to do it with caution. Yeah, I don't know. I think adding a delay on it wouldn't hurt. It also doesn't help that,
Yeah, take that target call.
I gotta see something else too. I was trying to kill time until the tow truck shows up. If it doesn't show up in the next 5 minutes, I might just bounce out of here.
Actually, disregard. It's going to be a juvenile.
Repeat that last message.
Harry,
6H is in Henry. The resident has a hole behind her stove. She needs
you
to
guys
find
are
out.
free. Can you just head to target for that shop?
Yeah, I'll be up there. I talked to her earlier. I talked to her. Alright guys, I'm gonna head up out of here, but I was gonna hang around for the tow truck, but I don't see, and I know a lot of tow truck drivers like to see those tow scenes, and I'm looking, I don't see anybody in sight. Now people that come by here now, they're looking at this and trying to figure out, is that a one-car accident? So they don't see that the ambulance was here earlier, so they're wondering like, how did that happen? Alright guys, I'm gonna head up out of here. I'll catch you guys on the next one. If I do happen to see the tow truck show up, I'll be sure to incorporate that in the next video. But as it stands now, I don't see a tow truck in sight. But I'll catch you guys on the next one. Be safe.